Hello, Ulrike. It's a pleasure to see you. Thank you very much for joining us today. So first, could you introduce yourself? Who are you and what do you do?
Thank you very much. My name is Ulrike Falk. I'm a physicist and my work has focused on atmospheric physics, boundary layer metrology, combining the techniques of remote sensing, data analysis, and modeling. My last big project was on the validation and intercomparison of global reference data time series of atmospheric water vapor. And before that, the glaciological and hydrological changes taking place on King George Island in Antarctica. I have worked in many other parts of the world, including Venezuela, Indonesia, the USA, Uzbekistan, West Africa. At ECMWF, I work on the implementation of data infrastructure for novel observations, such as from private weather stations or temperature sensors within smartphones and the Internet of Things. My aim is to make observational data from multiple sources available to support the understanding and mitigation of climate change. My work is spanned across 3 projects: citizen science, socio-economics, connection of climate with health, and shaping the European Green Deal data space. It is thus directly related to research activities of our European and international partners.
Wow, it's very interesting. Thank you very much. And why would you say you're doing research?
I spent most of my career working in climate research from different angles and across disciplines. I have been traveling to many countries for my work, and it is dramatic to see and experience the changes that we as humans have already imposed on our home world. I'm delighted to contribute to strengthening international efforts on the mitigation of climate change and its impact on people and our environment.
Very nice. So you represent ECMWF. Could you present your organization?
ECMWF is the European Center for Medium-Range Weather Forecasts. We are both a research institution and a 24/7 operational service. The center's main task is the production of global numerical weather predictions and other data for the member and cooperating states and the broader community. The center is one of the largest supercomputing facilities and meteorological data archives in the world. Other strategic activities include delivering advanced training and assisting the WMO in implementing its programs. We are a key player in Copernicus, the Earth observation component of the European Union's space program. And Copernicus is offering quality ensured information on climate change. That is the Copernicus Climate Change Service. Data on atmospheric composition is offered by the Copernicus Atmosphere Monitoring Service, and the Copernicus Emergency Management Service informs on flooding and fire danger. Within the framework of the EU's Destination Earth initiative, we are developing prototype digital twins of the Earth.
Very interesting. Thank you very much. And could you explain what is AD4GD about?
AD4GD is all data for Green Deal, and its overall objective is to co-create and shape a data space within the European Green Deal data space initiative, which is all about resilience and transparency for circular economy and transparent supply chains. That sounds very complicated. Essentially, we are working on a data space that serves as an open hub for fair data, adhering to standards and providing standards-based services. And our key priorities here are biodiversity, climate change, deforestation, and pollution. There's a huge increase in the diversity of data, and all data for Green Deal is all about making it easier for users to access and share these data through a common data space. Our focus will be on interoperability concepts that bridge the semantic and technological gaps, and to further cooperation across disciplines and provide multi-scale access to data, processing services, and processing platforms.
I see. And as ECMWF, what will be your role in the project?
Together with my colleagues from AD4GD, we are working on the technical integration of new sources of data, particularly IoT and socio-economic data, to key existing Earth observation and related data platforms. The aim is to provide environmental observations in support of the European Green Deal priority actions that I mentioned before. And we will mainly develop a sandbox environment for testing applications and workflows effectively, combining satellite remote sensing and derived data sets with IoT and socio-economic data. This is first of all to support relevant aspects of the other project activities, but also to evaluate performance aspects, especially regarding time-critical applications and applications that involve high volumes of data, and to identify bottleneck areas.
Very nice. And from your point of view, why is 84GD important and what can it change?
I feel that at the main core of all Data for Green Deal is the question on how to realize such a Green Deal data space. The difficulties lie in the combination and integration of data from heterogeneous sources in an interoperable, scalable, and reliable manner. The ultimate goal being that whoever is interested in the data gets easy access to the available data and information. And in the foreground of the data work is to ensure reliability and trustworthiness of the data and transforming spatial scales. All Data for Green Deal supports and paves the way to a more comprehensive European data space.
Very nice. And who will benefit of 84GD?
The end users targeted by All Data for Green Deal are local and regional authorities, scientific and academic communities, data providers and developers from civil society, citizens, and the innovation communities. Our activities will also be beneficial to technology and service providers and local, national, and international policymakers. We plan to run 3 pilot projects to tackle urban and rural sustainability challenges on zero pollution, biodiversity, and climate change in different regions of Europe.
Very interesting. Thank you very much. So we are slowly reaching the end of the interview. So first of all, thank you very much for making the time for joining us today and to answer all of our questions. So the last question that I have for you is, what is your dream for the future?
I hope that in the future it will be possible to make use of all available information needed to mitigate the effects of ongoing climate change. By making data fair, that is findable, accessible, interoperable, and reusable, and then thus enhancing cooperation between stakeholders, policymakers, agencies, scientific disciplines, and citizens, we will be a step closer. The goal should be to engage all possible resources for the global cause of keeping this world inhabitable. Thank you.